Okay folks, we got a new project for you here. We've got a 1970 Torino GT. It's been sitting for a while. Car come out of Tennessee. Been sitting here in that same spot for I don't know how long. But anyway, interior's missing in it. It's got to have floor pans. We bought some floor pans for it, full pan. Distributor, carburetor's been stole out of it, so we got to replace the distributor and the carburetor. Try to get it up and running, get the floor pans in it, get the carpet in it, get some seats in it, and make this thing a driver. So that's what we're fixing to get started on. So come along with us. All right, so like I said, right here, 1970 Torino GT. At least we got plug wires. Like I said, distributor carburetor is missing on it. It's already have drilled and slotted rotors, disc brakes on the front. Not real sure about them spike lug nuts there. Drum brakes on the back. Like I said, the inside's pretty rough shape. Got some new carpet, but the floor pans, I don't know if you can see them real good. Floor pans have seen better days. Got an aftermarket shifter. It's got a digital dash, and you can see the back right here. Side panels all missing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get it in the shop, get this carpet and stuff out of the way, and then we're going to start with the floor pans. Get the floor pans in it, get the motor, get the distributor, carburetor on it, get it up and running, try and get this car cleaned up. Some lug nuts, I hope that's in the budget. And get this thing a driver. Get some seats, front and rear in it, get them covered, get them in it, door panels hopefully, and have us a nice car. So right now we're going to get it pushed in the shop over there. We're going to get it in the sides part and start getting these floor pans cleaned out. A little more walk around of it. Okay, we got it out of the grass. I'm about out of breath. This ain't the easiest thing in the world to push. You can see how long it was sitting in the grass and slung up around it for mowing. I think the front brake pads was stuck just a little, because when I finally got it to, it just rocked. When I finally got it to move, it kind of clunked and then started rolling. So anyway, we got it headed towards the shop. See if we can get it the rest of the way in there. Okay, we got it in the shop. I mean, I got it pushed in here. Pulled the carpet out right there so you kind of see how the back ones are pretty much just gone. They're actually worse than the front ones, so it looks kind of like maybe the window sit down and it puddled up water right there and rusted them out. Maybe, I don't know. The first thing in the morning, we're gonna get this stuff scraped out, cleaned out, get it vacuumed out, and get ready to start cutting out this old metal. It's gonna be a different car. Okay, so here we are bright and early Monday morning. We're gonna start cleaning out the insides here. We gotta get all this junk out, get seat belts unbolted, and scrape all this insulation stuff out. Get it all out of our way, and then we'll be ready to see what we got with the metal and start cutting out metal. So here we go, hold on. Okay, so we got all our big pieces of insulation out, except for that piece right there. We'll need to pull the shifter up to remove it. But we've got a lot of it scraped. Now we're going to take the vacuum and vacuum up a lot of this loose stuff. Try to get us a decent cleaning working area. Anyway, we're going to get all this vacuumed out, get it cleaned up, then show you what we're starting with before we start trying to figure out what metal we're going to cut. Okay, so we got the all the stuff cleared out of it. Got it vacuumed out. You can see we still like the shifter and the little piece under the shifter. I'll show you right here. The little piece under the shifter and the shifter. Like I said, we've got a full floor pan to go in this thing. Now we need to decide if we want to put the full pan in it, or if we want to leave this good forward metal in the middle and the hump, because I mean that's still good metal right there. All you got is the back 2 floor pans and then the front 2 and part of the kick. But that hump, that is good solid metal. That right there under the seats is still good solid metal. So like I said, our biggest decision now is how do we want to cut it. So let's go check out the new floor pan. Okay, here's our new floor pan. Drake's about to pull it out of the box. This thing needs to go back some more. I guess I'm gonna help him pull it out of the box. Well, it's longer than I thought it was. Well, maybe it ain't. Maybe that's just.
That goes all the way into where the trunk is.
Oh, okay.
So
I see it there
rear,
now.
it just don't have. I guess that's right.
It just ain't got none that goes up. It ain't got none of the firewall on it, has it? Whew, that looks like a whole lot of spot welds to drill. We'll get this thing out in the open where we can check it out. Okay, so we got everything out of the inside. Now we're going to get ready to see if we can set the full panel in through the windows and door. Make sure it all fit in there. And then go from there. Right out here is the full panel. And it may not be, but just looking at it right there, I'm with Drake, it looks like that hump is a whole lot bigger. But it may not be. We can try to set it in.
We ever had to go down to that. We're gonna get in there and they're just gonna say, you know what, build it.
You know, won't come back out though, bro.
Yeah.
Like I know we're gonna hit them braces, but I figured it's like far enough forward. Hand it in the. Can you reach the back grips off that back window?
Reaching and getting more thing.
This needs some earth.
The thing is, I believe we're going to take them gauges off, but I think it'll go. Huh?
I think with some finagling, it'll twist around in there.
Yeah.
You know, we might have to bend that edge down just a little bit so it'll go up under the back glass without ramming into it too
We may have to just take the back glass out.
Yeah. Something like that. But I believe the way we got it right here, I may be wrong, but I think we worked it in there.
Yeah, like I said, I take these gauges off, that way it'll let it come up over.
Yeah.
And
Get the shifter hole up.
may have to take pedals loose. That's going to be the worst.
But I think it definitely will. You want to say it? Right there. Not gonna work. I said hold right there, not down there. Too. One more person. Yeah, maybe one more person.
Like I said, worst case scenario, drop them gauges and them pedals, and
I believe the brake pedal will be okay. Gas pedal probably get it, I believe. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take our cutting wheel on our grinder and start cutting out all the big sections. That way, we'll be able to tell more like where all our spot welds are. We'll cut up to the structure part, and then we'll be able to kind of peel back as we grind the spot weld. Instead of trying to guess where all the spot welds are and set the whole thing out, we're just going to cut out the big sections first. So let's start cutting. Okay, as you can see, we cut along all our braces. Everywhere you see metal now, there's a brace under it. And right here shows you. See how the spot welds we got here? Got one here, right up in there, right there. We'll take the belt sander and we'll sand them out now. And then we'll peel this layer off, and you'll see all our inner structure where we can clean all that up and get it prepped for the new pan to go on. So that's why I cut them out like that, because now when you belt sand them right there, you can take your little bar here and just push along the edge. I don't know, it's just the way I like to do it. I'm sure just go in there and start belt sanding all the other things might do it quicker, I don't know, but I like to get that out of my way so I can kind of tell what I'm doing. So let's get the belt sanding. Okay, you can see it's coming along. We're starting to, what do we call that thing? Belt sand our spot welds out, start getting this metal out of the way. So anyway, Drake said I'm only allowed one cutting wheel. Just don't let him see this one till the video, then he won't know I used two. So anyway, we're gonna make her cut along here to get this piece out of the way, make her cut along here and our cut over there, and then we'll get the spot welds out of that one, and we'll be ready. Piece right there. Most of them will come up pretty good because it's rusty. That's where our main was. And then we got to cut around our back inner structure here, get our two braces out, and then we'll just about have this side ready for floor pan. Then we'll be ready to cut our side out over there, and then we'll be ready to get our tunnel out and do our bracing up before we take our tunnel out. So that's where we're at. Okay, so we got this side just about cleaned up and everything ready. We're starting to take out the back thing. I got to take out these cross braces. We went ahead and got it jacked up. Got several jack stands under it to keep pressure everywhere. And I forgot to mention earlier, make sure you cardboard all your windows, because you don't want sparks to get in there, and sparks off them grinders and stuff, and the welder will tear your window up. It'll make little, you can tell anyway, call it grinder burn, spark burn, whatever. But make sure you cover up all your windows. And now we're going to get over there and start cutting out the big panels on that side. And then we'll be ready to get in here and cut them back pieces out. We'll have to cut them loose at the bottom and the top to get them out of the way, because you can see our piece goes all the way back to there. See on that there where the seat belts bolt through. So we're gonna get over and get them big parts cut out and start getting them cleaned up. We're gonna get us some kind of coating, pour 15 or something to do all this before we weld the new floor pan in too, to keep all that protected good. We gotta get in there and vacuum. But see how them frame rails catch stuff? We've done cleaned most of it out of these, but that stuff will pile in there, and that's what causes all that to rust out. So we caught this ahead of the game, and anyway, let's get back at it. We are back bright and early Tuesday morning. Back on the floor pans. See, we got most of the stuff side on the other cleaned up. But anyway, we're working back on the passenger side now. We gotta get the frame rails cleaned up. We'll get all this old metal off, and then we'll start getting the tunnel out and the back part. Show you a little closer here. Hey, this thing to focus for me. See right here over the frame rails and stuff, we got the old floor pan steel. We'll get the spot welds ground off of it, get them up, make it look like that side over there, and then we'll start getting our back pieces. I done started over there some, and then we'll get the tunnel out. Then we'll get all this cleaned up and pour 15 and be ready to set the new floor pan in. Anyway, so there's an idea: grind and beat, grind and beat, grind and beat, grind some more and beat some more. Okay, so we got the back done on this side. See in there real good. See, the muffler's real good now. Right there, torque box looks in good shape. Frame rails in real nice shape. Still like the back over on that side. Got to run the basketball game. Got the front on that side, the back on this side. Still like the front on this side and the back on that side. So we'll get back, we'll get that back part finished up right there, and then we'll get the front, and then we'll be ready to replace, start cutting out those toe boards and figuring out how we're going to replace them, and then we'll be ready to cut the tunnel out and put the whole floor pan in. Okay, everybody, we're back day 3. I know it's taking a while. Had a basketball game yesterday, so I had to cut it early. But we got both back pieces. That torque box over there is going to need to be dressed up a little bit. It's not rusted all the way through, but it's not as, it don't look as good as this one. Like I said, it's not got no bad rust in it, just some surface rust needs to be cleaned up. So goal today is get all the back area cleaned up, ground, the rest of the metal off the 2 front pieces there, get the rail right there tacked back up in place, or welded back up in place, toe boards cut out, and something made to replace them. That's going to be the, like I said, the goal for today, and hopefully we can get all this 415 and ready for the floor pan. Then we'll get the tunnel out of the way and start setting the new floor pan in. That's the goal for today. Another little thing you want to be sure to do is keep all your metal pieces till you're done. See, like on the back of that one right there, that's the driver floor pan. It's got the little holder for the emergency brake cable. And a couple of the other pieces, like right there, it's got the seat brackets. You want to make sure you keep all those pieces till you're done so you can weld all those back on. I think there's going to be a little tab on the passenger floorboard that holds the rod for the other side of the emergency brake cable. That kind of stuff right there. So make sure you keep all your pieces, pile them up, don't get rid of them until you're done. What are you doing there, Drake?
Trying to...
Playing tic-tac-toe?
Yeah.
Well, the light's glaring, they can't see the tic-tac-toe. Hold on. Ah, there it is. Now we can see the tic-tac-toe. You that bored?
Yep.
Nothing to do?
Yeah.
Look like X's are winning. Light glares on that yellow tape where you can't see it. Anyway, he's pulling the template out. Okay, so if you can see our mold here, or our template, this is what it's got to be like. We've got our flat piece of metal here. This is actually a leftover floor pan from the Comet, and we're finna start building it.
Once you go to beating, if that was the top.
Okay, if you can see it here, what we're doing is we got it on a shrinker. It's got jaws in it, and when you clamp down on it, it bites the metal and squeezes it together, every clamp. And you can change the bits in it. I don't know if you can see it right there. See where it says shrinker? Yeah, you can't see it. Sun's killing me. See if I can get this in focus. See, this one says stretcher. But anyway, what it does is it pulls the metal apart. So if you need to make the metal wider, or to like make it round, it'll stretch the metal. We've got this in a shrinker because where we're beating it around here, it's making this metal stretch, and then we need to squeeze it back together. So that's what I'm doing here with all this foot pedal. Okay, if you can see, we're getting it pretty close now. So now we'll go back to the leather pad and the hammer and try to shape our corners some more and get these sides up. But we've shrunk it a whole lot. Of course, when we do that, we'll have to shrink it some more. It's kind of a slow go, but you just got to keep at it. Okay, so we went ahead and we coated. I don't know if you can tell by the light glare in there or not, but we went ahead and coated right there and under, because we're going to start getting our toe board tacked in, and everything under there we want to coat it, protect it, so it should last a long time when we get these new floorboards in. Everything will be coated under here, all the inside and outside of the frame rail, front to back. We're actually fixing to work on now getting this frame rail back in place and welded back in where it come loose back here. So we got it up in place. We're gonna get the welder over here and start welding it back in, and then we'll work on getting our toe board set and spot in place and start tacking it in where we can finish it up. We get this toe board in, then we'll start working on the other side over there and get both toe boards in, then we can start on the floorboard. So here we go. Okay, right now we're up under it. We got the floor pan in place, and I'm marking where all my cross members and that kind of stuff are, so when we pull it back out, we'll know where we need to drill our spot welds. So I'm getting everything marked, and like I said, we'll get ready and we'll slide it back out. Okay, so we got our floor pan test fitted in there. I've marked all the spots for the plug welds, so we're fixing to start drilling some of them out. I'll get the ones that I can drill with it in here, and then we'll pull it out, flip it over, and the spots are marked. I'll get them drilled. We'll get everything ground, and we'll stick it back in here. Okay, so we got our floor pan back out. Now we're going to grind all this, and I'll show you the bottom of it here. We've got it marked so we know where our rails is at, so we'll know where to drill our spot welds. So we're going to get all them drilled, and we got our little brackets like right here for the emergency brake. Got it marked where it goes, another little bracket over there, and then we got a little seat belt reinforcements. So we'll get all these holes drilled, all them pieces welded on, get back here drilled, and then we'll be ready to set it back in and get it fit in place, final, and then weld it up. So let's get started drilling some more holes. You can see we got a bunch of them drilled, got a bunch more to go. Okay, so we got all our spot welds drilled, ground on the top side. We got our brackets, you can't see them, but right here is where the emergency brake cable goes. Here's where the hook goes, hooked to the cable to pull it over this way. We got our seat belt mounts welded in. And like I said, all the holes drilled, ground. Need to ground them on this back side. Now we're gonna go over there and ground the car and get it prepped, ready to put the floor pan in one last time and start welding it in. So let's go get started on that. Okay, so we're getting everything ground. We'll get it all cleaned up. We still need to do a little welding on the toe boards. Remember that over there, we factory made, or homemade factory. We made it out of some other piece of flooring. This one right here we bought. We didn't have enough stuff to really make it, so we bought our toe board. And after we bought it, it came with both pieces, but we had done had that made, so we're not taking it out. But we got them tacked in, just need to do a little more welding before we set the floor pan on them. But we'll finish getting all this ground up, cleaned up. Then we'll put some weld through primer over where we're going to put the spot welds and get these floor pans in. Okay, you can see we got everything cleaned and coated. The silver, that's our U-Paul weld through primer. The black, we blackened everything in that we won't be able to get to once the floor pans are welded in. That way it'll help protect them from moisture and dirt gets up in there like it did before. Like I said, the silver, that's where the welds are going to be. So we got all that coated. Now we'll just be ready to set the floor in. Well, first I got to weld a couple spots right here on the toe boards. Then we'll be ready to set the floor in, get it set in place, and start putting all our plug welds in. Here we go. Okay, we got her set down in place. Got it bolted in. You can see over there where the seat bolts go. We got bolts in it holding it in place. We got the seat belt bolts in the back holding it in place. That way, everywhere there's a bolt, we know it's where the floor pan needs to be. Then we can kind of move everything to where it needs to be. But as long as we got them bolts in, we know we're set. So we got the back set up, we're ready to start welding. So I'm gonna start back here at the back, and then I'll just start moving my way forward. So we'll get the welder set up, start welding them plug welds, then ease up towards the front until it's welded. But it's coming along, looks real nice in there. Can't wait to see it finished. Okay, we got our spot welds going. I got all across the back here. Started my way up through here, down to the, well, not hardly down the curve, but right up there above it on that side. So now I've moved over here to these. I'm starting to do my cross rail and my brace right here for the seat. So we'll get these welded in, then we'll move to the other side and weld them in. All right, here we go. We got them all welded in good. A little bit of grinding we need to do. Got the braces welded in. Got all the seat mounts welded back in. Toe boards welded all the way around. We got a little grinding in here we need to do, get everything cleaned up. Then we'll coat it, put some seam sealer on it, and it'll be finished up, ready to go with the carpet, seats, and all that stuff back in it. I'm gonna raise it up, show you the bottom, and tune back in next time. Okay, not sure if you can see good or not, but right here is the underside of our floor pans. Look like we got good penetration on everything. We got a few spots we need to clean up. We done pulled the exhaust. We're fixing to pull the drive shaft. We're gonna go ahead and pull the motor because we decided to kind of go a different route with the motor and stuff. But while we got that, we're gonna clean up everything under here real good and grind some of these spots. Like you can see where we buttered them together. Needs a little grinding, a little work. Anyway, we're gonna get all that out. We'll get that bottom cleaned up and painted. Of course, we'll try to show all that in another video. But floor pans are coming out real nice.